What's going on, world? DS1 Ross. Now I'm back. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody who support me. DS1 Ross and SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. Much love. We got Javen back tonight, y'all, for part 2. You know, the brother still got some, he got some more things he need to get up off his chest. When he hit DS1 up and was like, yo, bro, I need to come back on and need to get something else off, man. It was a good show last night. Shout out to everybody who tuned in. I appreciate all the support. Sandy girl, peace, welcome. I already sent my brother the link, so whenever he ready to jump on, he could just jump on. But I'll let y'all go ahead and come through.
Peace. You hear me, bro?
Yeah, peace, bro. What's going on?
Nothing. Chilling.
All right, cool. We're gonna start in a minute, bro. We're gonna let the people come through for a minute. And we're gonna start it up. Shout out to everybody. Make sure y'all share this. Share this in y'all community tab. I'm sharing it out now. Make sure y'all go and share the show.
My fault. I disappeared. I don't know what happened.
Oh, nah, you good, bro. You good. You here. Yeah, we're gonna give the people some time to come through, man, and before we get into it. But last night was a good show, man. I learned a lot, as always. We got some great feedback too, bro. I saw you in the comments. I told that brother, email me. I hope he listening. I hope he come through tonight.
He ain't
You know?
gonna come because I know him. I already collected his feds. He was one of these dudes promoting that Aboriginal, Indigenous, Morris sovereignty paperwork, and I already ripped his head off. That's why he was hating. That's because he just saw my name in the title.
Right.
But yeah, I would like him to come through because first I'm gonna ask him. So, are you still a Maul or you ADOS now? Because you was one of these slavery didn't happen. We all Moorish Americans, indigenous, Aboriginal people. So, what's up with that? And what's going on with your paperwork? And then after he don't answer that or whatever, however he answer that, we can just get it in from there. Because I know he don't know nothing about the ADOS shit. That's the funny thing about it to me. You got so many people defending it and they don't even know what it is. They don't know what it's about. And it's even hard to have a conversation with them. Because it's like, that's like me having a debate with Farrakhan about about the teachings of the Nation of Islam. And then some nigga who not even a part of the Nation of Islam pop up and want to debate me about it. It's like, you're not even a part of the nation, man. That's the crazy part about this ADOS thing. It's like I'm already in contact with the people who founded the shit. They don't want the smoke, but you got people who not even down with it, don't know what it is, just dick riding from the east side, and they want to talk to me about it. And then when I bring up the fact who made it, they say stupid shit like nobody made it up, or Claude Anderson made it up, or it's just about reparations, or it's just about lineage. Well, it ain't none of that stuff that they saying.
Right. So why do you think it's so many people defending ADOS then? Do you think it's just some old bandwagon type shit? Like, because I hear a lot of people defend it, and I'm hearing, I'm seeing a lot of people put it in their names. I'm hearing that, that's the new thing that um Africans here in America should be following because it represents us. So what do you say about that?
I say that it's just a bunch of bandwagon dick riding. That's what I say. That's just and for like most of the people in it, they just dick riding. These were the same people last year who was indigenous. They was Moors the years before that. They was Hebrew Israelites the years before that. They was Kemet the year before that. Like that, like the NAACP people said from Atlanta. He said half y'all clowns used to be indigenous 6 months ago. Now y'all pushing ADOS. What YouTube channel y'all gonna be following next? What YouTube movement y'all gonna follow next? And niggas was hurt behind that because it's the truth. Watch when 2020 come around and nobody get no reparations. Watch when 2021 come in and the new president is sworn in. Watch how many people drop this ADOS shit. And then gonna pretend like they never even was a part of it.
Right. Almost like how everybody did with Black Lives Matter. And then once they saw what was really behind it, is like everybody just fell off the bandwagon almost to the point where now you don't even hear nobody mention Black Lives Matter no more.
Yep, you don't hear nobody mention it. And if you tell somebody that they was promoting it, they'll tell you was a liar.
That's a fact.
Like I say, like, oh, I saw you following behind the Ray and promoting that Black Lives Matter shit. I'm like, no, I wasn't. Or when I said Black Lives Matter, it meant something totally different. Or I had my own Black Lives Matter group. You already know how that's going. Because like right now, you even got your boy Dan Calloway trying to push ADOS, but he was the main one saying slavery never happened and we indigenous. Why are you trying to push a movement about us coming from Africa and being slaves in America? And then now he's trying to twist it a little bit around like, whoa, well, when they say slavery, they don't mean it the way, like, get the fuck out of here, dog. To another
So
nigga.
hold on, bro. Hold on. My bad, bro. I ain't mean to cut you off. So you saying Dane Calloway is pushing ADOS now?
Yep. And then after Yvette started getting exposed, he tried to backpedal a little bit, like, oh, when I was saying slavery, I didn't mean it like this. And we didn't come from, technically we didn't come from Africa. Like I'm like, come on, dog. You was already out here, you was pushing it. You was pushing it.
Wow.
That's why you got a bunch of
the same nigga who said we wasn't African.
Yep, and that's why you got a bunch of other motherfuckers pushing ADOS right now who still got their indigenous shit on and saying, well, ADOS is just a new way of saying indigenous. Which Dan Calloway said after people started pointing out that he's promoting it. Then he was like, well, that's just a modern term from indigenous. Clown ass nigga. Another scamming ass nigga selling paperwork. Now you ADOS. Now watch. A couple of months from now, he gonna be like, I was never ADOS. Matter of fact, I did a video critiquing them. When your first video you did, you was claiming you was ADOS. You was pushing it. That's why you got so many people right now trying to push ADOS who was just Aboriginals. I just had a whole. It was this girl. She was a YouTuber. She wasn't Aboriginal. Then she became Aboriginal. Then now she ADOS and she tried to pretend like she was never. No, in fact, she's still saying, "Well, I'm still Aboriginal, but I wasn't an Aboriginal like the way these other niggas was Aboriginal." So I'm like, I saw you when they was talking about how we Aboriginal and everybody, all the black people from the Americas is Aboriginal and the Haitians is our people and all that other stuff. You was jacking it. Now ADOS come around and saying fuck black immigrants. You saying fuck black immigrants too. But I'm like, you was just jacking Haitians was your people. You're like, well, I never said that. You a liar. I'm like, I'm a liar now. You wasn't, Aboriginals wasn't teaching that. And you wasn't at Abo promoting that. And she swear up and down I'm a liar. Clown shit.
Was she a follower of Dane?
Yes, that's how because first of all, I knew her before that. She wasn't pushing Aboriginal before that. She started pushing Aboriginal when that shit blew up under Dan. I remember talking to Chief Holiday and being on their live stream. She'd be right there, feathers up, tribes up, all that.
Who, BCFC you talking about?
No, not her. Another female. She not a YouTube personality. She never jumped on no lives as far as I know.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
But she was another one pushing that shit. And like you see, the Aboriginal movement that is dead. Who's still pushing Aboriginal?
Yeah, they all just went into hide. Like they just went into hide. And I don't know where they at. That's why when you just brought up Dane Calloway, I had to jump in like, hold on. Dane Calloway is pushing ADOS?
Everybody, this bitch ass nigga Lord Abba, who ran from a debate with me when he
Lord
was
Abba too?
Yep, he pushing ADOS, but you was just, but you are more, you was all this Islam, and this was the same coward ass nigga who tried to argue me down 2 years ago, challenged me to a debate, backed out of it, because he was trying to claim that black people in America was always citizens, and slavery wasn't, and slavery didn't really exist like that. It was only a handful of people, and it wasn't that bad. Nigga literally try to argue me down, try to call me an agent, call me names, all that. Now you ADOS. Talking about we need reparations for slavery.
Wow.
I thought you was a Moorish American Muslim, and y'all founded the country, and y'all wrote the Constitution and all that other goofy shit.
Facts. And the narrative that African Americans have of slavery have nothing to do with them because they're not part of them. They were always here. They weren't brought here. Facts. That's crazy. Lord Abba's on ADOS too?
That's my
What
word.
the hell?
Type in his name, Lord Abba, into YouTube and hit that button. You'll see him attacking people. Not only is he pushing it, he's attacking people for ADOS. He even tried to come at me on one of my other channels that I ain't really using right now. I got it in the cut because it got a couple of strikes on it. He on my comment board attacking me.
Wow. I don't know if you're looking at the chat, bro, but shout out to Mercy L. He in the chat. I told him to email me, so I'm gonna see if he gonna email me. He was like he wanted to get on.
Let him get
So
on. We go. Let him get on. Let him explain why he got that fez on his head, and he was an Aboriginal, Indigenous, Moorish American Muslim, but now he pushing a we came from Africa and we were slaves movement.
all right, cool. He just dropped the email. Do you
Let him
still
on.
want me to let him on now? All right, cool.
You let him on.
Got you. I'm sending a link your way now, brother Merciel. Look out for it. Check your email. Shout out to Loadcast on the check-in. I see you, bro.
These people don't learn, man.
Yeah, I just sent it to you, Mercy L. Check your email, bro. Shout out to my OG, Muhammad is the one. Shout out to everybody for tuning in, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button and y'all share the stream. If y'all got the community tab, share the stream for me, y'all. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. But yeah, man, dang. So it's like, to me, you know, with Dane, it just looked like he's trying to do anything to remain relevant on YouTube because this is his bread and butter.
Yeah. Because I don't know what the Omex got to do with ADOS.
Facts. Like I don't. That's why you and then now you saying Lord Abba too. Like this is shocking me, man. These are people who always said we need to stay away from Africa. We have nothing to do with those people. We're totally different from them. But you're attaching yourself to their struggle. That's weird.
You got the other clown ass nigga, Chief X. He was just red, black, and greening it up, but now you ADOS. You got niggas in the Arm and Raw squad. They ADOS now. Even after Yvette Carnell was dissing Africa, dissing all they teachers and everything. They ADOS now. All of them. It's like that's why I said this shit. This is why that's why I said the only good thing that came out of this movement. It exposed a whole lot of people.
Right, right.
Which I've been telling people. I said these people not about it, man. I said these dudes are sell out for a $10 an hour government job. These dudes just talking that talk because they think it's because it sound cool. They're looking for clout and they're looking for dollars. They're not really about that. Look at this. They all these dudes threw away everything they claim to have stood for the because they think they might get a check. Like there is no badge, there is no check. But for the opportunity to get one, they threw away everything they stood for. It'd be one thing if you threw away everything you stood for and it was a check in front of you, which would be bad enough. But there is no check. So what happens in 2020, 2021 when the reparations don't come? You think you're going to just come back to be kicking that old Kemet shit? Nah, like, first of all, nobody ain't going to hear that no more anyway. But you think people going to accept it from you? You turned your back on Africa. Niggas don't want to hear that from you. You think somebody want to hear that Moorish American shit? You just dropped it because you thought you was gonna get a check. You got niggas. You got another nigga who's like a big time Twitter nigga. He's a Hebrew Israelite. He coming after me. I'm like, go. I thought you was a Hebrew Israelite. So it's fuck the tribe of Benjamin, fuck the tribe of Dan, fuck the tribe of all those other tribes. All you care about you tribe of Judah only now. You ADOS. Come on, man. Niggas threw away everything that they claim to stand for. Hebrews, Moors, RBG, Pan-Africans, Kemet. The list goes on. People who will be black nationalists. People talk that back to Africa shit. Niggas threw everything away. What's going on with this nigga Mercy L, man? He coming on or what?
I don't know, bro. I sent him the email. I'm waiting for him to just jump on. I sent him the link. So I just told him, just jump on. I emailed him the link. I guess I guess he getting himself prepared, bro, because I know it sound like y'all gonna have a little debate here. You know what I'm saying? So he probably getting himself together. You know what I'm saying? But this is shocking, man. This is shocking, man. You know what this shows me too, though, Haven? It shows me how much people don't understand the power of social media. Like, I think people don't understand that social media was created by social sciences. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there go the brother Ghost. What's going on, bro?
What's up, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. It's been a minute,
Hold on,
man.
I'm getting the ring. I think I'll let me shut you down on what you call it. What's
Okay.
up with you, baby? Hold on, let me been a while. Can you hear me? Hold on. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you good, bro? I can hear you loud and clear.
I wonder why. Okay.
You might have to mute your YouTube if
Yeah,
you.
that's what I thought I did, but I thought I was getting echo.
Oh, then I probably gotta mute myself then.
Okay.
I probably gotta mute myself like when either one of y'all is talking. But welcome, bro. It's been a minute, like I said, man. I'ma just say this and then I'll let y'all get it in. I think a lot of people don't understand that social media was created by social scientists. So like people don't understand social media. The word social comes from sociology. So these people study the way people interact with each other. So I don't think they understand how easy it is to be drawn into hashtags and drawn into posts and things like that, to the point where they don't even know that a lot of these things are being created for people to follow. A lot of these things are not being created from a grassroots level. These things are being implemented by people because they're just popping up. Like Black Lives Matter just popped up, and it was just like a storm, and now it's gone. And I'm seeing the same thing with the whole ADOS thing. So I just wanted to touch on that. So go ahead, Mercy L. Go ahead and let
Yeah,
the brother know.
yeah. What you call it? I basically wanted to probably I guess state some of the things that I know about ADOS, and as far as am involved in it, and why I see the benefits of being a part of it. You all know I not too long ago I probably went MIA from the conscious community. But before that, you all remember I was doing conscious communities, and conscious community was a way to get everybody together and sort of get a political base. Yeah, everybody know that that's what basically I was into. I was more into the politics of it, but I felt that we all needed to come together and come together under one common ground. And I went to the conscious community because I felt that they had knowledge of self, and they realized what our ancestors or the people before us, the mistakes that they made, and that they wasn't willing to make those mistakes. But I didn't find that in the conscious community. What I found was a lot of ego, a lot of debating on theory, a lot of people not wanting to put things to the side and do something for the common good, which we was already dying in the streets, we was already getting locked up, and nothing was stopping that. And we needed to plug that first before we started this debate on our theories of who was who and what was what. And so I've always been in politics. I've been following Yvette probably since she got on since she was on Boyce Watkins, and that's what actually made me gravitate to Boyce Watkins, because Boyce Watkins was more on finances and stuff, but when he brought in um, Yvette, it was more political, and I like what she had to say and things like that. And I reached out to Boyce when I did Conscious Community because I felt he was involved in politics because of Yvette and the things she was saying. But when I talked to when I talked to Boyce, he had no idea about politics or what was going on. He had no idea about the politics in his in Chicago, none of that, and he wasn't really interested. So it sort of threw me off, but I still went ahead. I contacted other members in the conscious community and stuff like that. Tried to form a local government between us so that we could start showing the way and building some political gain. And you have people in the conscious community. Nobody, you had them that didn't want to deal with government, and didn't want to do this, didn't want to do that. It was just a whole lot of mess. And I think maybe about, I think I've been in my for about 2 years or so. I think at 2017, I think I decided to actually shut down the site, cut my losses. I invested a lot of money and a lot of time into it, and I just came to the realization that that the conscious community, they didn't want it. They wanted to debate, they wanted to ego, they wanted to make money, they wanted to do everything else but come together. And so I had already been following Yvette and stuff, and her movement, she had separated from Boyce, and her movement had picked up steam, and her and Tone was teaming together, and she had picked up steam. And then I think it was probably maybe last year is when they started to consider themselves ADOS, which is a American descendants of slaves. It wasn't about black or African. They didn't want to be labeled as that, and they wanted it to tie into this country so that it would have some claim to this country. And so I was with it. I was with it. I was with them trying to gain some political ground, and reparations is a big part of it. From the data that they went over and everything is needed. Um, Not only that, the other politics that's needed to come to play. We could say that we don't want to get involved, but we getting shot every day by police. You know, we getting locked up every day by police. We getting treated unfair by the system every day. And the only how you can change it is through government. Cause ain't none of these niggas finna run up on nothing. We know that. Ain't nobody finna do that. So that was that was my little spiel where that brung me into that. So I had been following it. The movements picked up steam, and for the first time in history, I ain't gonna say for the first time, well, first time in our history that reparations has been on the table. That was a whatever you could say, even if you're saying you're gonna have some naysayers. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Okay, you good.
okay. You're gonna have some naysayers. You're gonna have some people say that, oh, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. But do you not try? Do you not try? What if it do happen? You just can't go. You can't be so negative that you defeat yourself. And so the push that they've done uh, as far as the ADOS movement is made tremendous traction. When you got president candidates talking about something that's taboo, nobody wants to talk about reparations, but they got them to talk about it. So what else can they do? You know. So I support it. I mean, I look at it like this. Yes, we Moors, we black, we Israelites, we RBGs, we this, we that. But just like I was trying to do with the conscious community, was find a common ground, so that we can spearhead a political power, so that we can have some changes for ourselves. Even
Oh,
if, go ahead, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, okay, I understand, why you support it. So you feel like currently ADOS is that common ground between us.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the and this thing with the thing with immigrants is we have it's not just the Arabs and then the Chinese coming to the community, it's the Africans too. They come, they get the scholarships, they pass themselves off as black. Just like this other chick, I can't think of this other chick that be making these movies. They pass themselves off as black American. So we losing out. We can't afford to lose to any immigrants, Mexicans, nothing. For the first time, I think in history, the unemployment for blacks is in single digits. But before that, it was in double digits all the time. We 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 don't have any ground to give up. We don't have any jobs to give. We should look at ourselves first. And to think that Africans don't look at us different is not true. It's not true. They got names for us. When you have a derogatory name for another culture, that means you look at them different. Whether you look at them better or worse, that means that you look at them different, and you know that that's not you. Even in Africa, they don't consider each other each other. So why should we? Why should we give up our our rights and everything so that they can have it? And if you look, when we have things that happen in our community, somebody gets shot, you don't never see they community marching. You don't. And they don't want to, and they're not going to, because they don't want to get deported. See, they can't deport us. So we have to we I think the people that's in the conscious community that decided to say, you know what, this makes sense, decided to take off the put all the ideology to the side and say, look here, now we need to make some political gains, because if we don't, it's gonna be rough for us. And I was telling y'all that when I came to the conscious community, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough if we don't get a political grip. It's gonna be rough for us, because Democrats is they not pass. They could easily pass a law to stop the shooting. United States soldiers, they cannot fire unless they've been fired on. Why ain't they ever made a law? Why don't the Democrats ever make a law like that? Instead, they tell us, let's have a sit-in, let's march, or they blame it on somebody else.
Okay, okay. Well, before you go off into that, big bro, I'm gonna just let Haven go ahead and respond to the stuff that you were speaking on as far as ADOS. Go ahead, Haven.
Peace, I'm back. Well, I would like to say this. I too had first gravitated towards Yvette because she was speaking about politics. And that's what made me like her, and that's what made me listen to her even more. So I remember when this whole ADOS stuff started. I remember how the build up to it. But this is what I have to say about this, because I too wanted to make the conscious community more political and try to help people, like I talked to you yesterday about. But I have to say this: this is not it. This ADOS stuff was again started by Yvette Carnell. This is her brainchild, her and Tone. Yvette Carnell is a board member of a white nationalist think tank. Tone Talks was a prosecutor who was working for conservative. When he stopped being a prosecutor, he was working for conservative media and all this other good stuff. We cannot fault for this.
Hold
Because
on, wait. He was. It wasn't. First, that's saying you. That's saying you. That's saying you. She sits on a board. She sits on a board that was founded by some I guess right wing or whatever. But if you're familiar with politics, if you're a Democrat, right, and the Senate has a board for agriculture, somebody in the Senate, and he's a Republican, right? And so they want all these people to sit on the board, and you're a Democrat, you want your say so. So you want to be able to sit on that board and have say so too. That don't mean that you with them. That
no,
mean that
that's different. Because again, those are elected officials.
no, no,
This
no,
is
no, 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 no. I've sat on boards and I'm not elected official. I've sat on school
no.
boards.
I'm
I've sat
saying
on grant
this,
boards.
but that's a different. This is a different type of board. This is for a think tank. She
Right.
voluntarily
Even,
don't.
yeah,
No.
but
A think tank doesn't have any power. A
I
think tank
think
does not. She voluntarily joined a white nationalist think tank.
it is
A
a
group.
political. It is
No,
regardless of whoever it is. It's a political.
no.
It's
It's
it's a
not.
political board. It might not be an elected board, but it is a political board with a political agenda.
No. Yes, a political agenda against black people. Remember,
No,
again, like
not
I keep.
against black people.
Yes, it is. The
How-
founder of the
It's
group
against.
is.
Is it not about immigrants or is it about black people?
It's about black people.
No,
Because
no, no.
first,
Go
listen.
ahead. Okay, go ahead.
Listen, the founder is a white nationalist. He's tied into white nationalist not just think tanks, but just groups altogether. They have a whole network. I did a whole video breaking this down. They want to eliminate black immigration into America. They want to keep the whites as the majority. They want more
Okay,
white immigration into
but
America.
I just
They
asked you.
also
I just asked you,
no.
was it
Let me
about immigration? And you
I
just
said
told me it was about black Americans.
it is because if you listen, let me explain. They want to limit black immigration, but they also want to shrink the black population because they also promote eugenics. They also talk about population control. That's why I said it's a part of a whole network where the plan is we're gonna keep America as white as possible, and we're gonna do it two ways: one, limiting black immigration into the country; two, shrinking the African American population who's already here. That's what she joined on to. This is not. It's not the same if
Uh,
you go into
that
a.
might be that might be what his group is about.
That's
But
what the
but the,
whole
but the,
thing is
but to
about.
say but to say that that's what that is about.
That
That's
is what
that's
it's
not what
about.
that.
Yes, it is.
How do you, how do you know that? Show
I know that
show
because
huh?
I
Show.
know that because for years people have been reporting on this group. I was
Oh,
the
no,
there
no,
were
no, 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 no. On that group, not the board that she sits on.
yes
It's
the
a
board
difference.
the board she sits on. You can type in the group she's a part of right now. I said it was that group is a part of a network, but you can type that group in. The group name is Progressives for Immigration Reform.
Okay. Okay.
PFIR. You
Now, now,
type that
now.
in, and it has been multiple articles by multiple news
No,
sites and
no, no, no.
everything.
You're talking about multiple articles. I'm talking
No.
about where is there? Where is their agenda at? What is their agenda saying?
Yeah,
If they have a board, they have an agenda. What does that agenda for that group say? Not the group that not the other group that he belongs to.
he belongs to that group also. It's a part of his network.
No,
He
no.
set that up. This is why I said if you look up the
Yeah,
group,
but that
you'll find out everything
but
you
if
need to know.
even if he set that even if he set the board up, see, you have to look at it like this, right? And you could take it how you the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
They
And right now, immigration is also our enemy. Now you know
no,
white people don't like immigration, right?
listen.
So,
It's
but
not the
now
enemy of my enemy is my friend. It's a two prong. It's a part of a larger strategy. Two, like I told you,
says says you.
it's not says me. Like I said, anybody can look this up for themselves. If I was on my computer, I would pull it up for you. This is
Let me
not something that somebody's making
let,
up.
let me ask you something real quick,
Uh-huh.
brother Mercy Al.
Uh-huh.
What Haven is talking about? Have you heard of this group?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I've heard.
Is it
I didn't hear about it. I only heard about it when uh when Yvette was explaining her part of it. But I've sat on boards. I've sat on boards. I've
okay?
sat with
But is do you know what Haven is saying to be true or false? Is that a white nationalist group?
no the board that he sits on, or the what you call it, or the guy belonging to a white nationalist group.
No, what Haven is saying is the name that he just named that he told you to look up is a white nationalist group that this guy
The
runs,
hold on.
and he's also a part of other white nationalist groups that's connected to the one that he's saying Yvette is a member of.
She's not. How can
You
she
see
be a
what I'm
part?
saying?
How can she be a part of a white nationalist group when she ain't white?
Explain that, Haven.
The same way Stephen can help run the plantation, even though he wasn't white. The same way you had Jews who helped run the concentration camps, even though they weren't a part. They weren't a part of
Okay,
the Nazi organization.
what now? It's like this. It's what do you choose to believe? Because to tell you the truth, there's there's his truth, there's Yvette truth, and then there's the truth. All right. So what you have to do is you have to look at this and say, okay, what do I want to believe? Because if you want to believe that is that, you can go and find information on that, right? If you want to believe that is what, if it's something else, you can go find information on that. So the thing is, what do I choose to believe, and how does it benefit, or how will it hurt me? And if they're talking about immigrants, how does that affect me? If they start talking about black people, then we could talk. Then that affects me. But right now, we have to take we have to we jump into this conspiracy that always stunts our growth. We got to be willing and be willing to make moves, and then realize if we're making a move, we still have the right to pull out of it. But from what I'm seeing, and from what I know, and he's not saying anything that I don't know. But from what I'm seeing and I know in the years that I spent following her and Tone, I don't see that. I see it right along the political lines that we need to be on. We don't need to be jumping out the boat because they talking about immigration. These Africans, we have to get this love for Africa. And I'm not saying we hate them or we should do this to them. No. But right now we have to think about us. We the ones that's dying in America. We the ones that's falling short. When do we start to think about us? And see, that's never been before until ADOS. It was always how we going to include everybody else. Now ADOS wants to think about just them, which they should, because every political group goes to the table and asks for something for themselves. We could sit up here and speculate all day. And dude, I'm from
It's
Chicago.
it
I'm
it's
from
not speculate
Chicago.
like it's
I didn't sit down I done sat down with the opposition. So in order for the greater good. So I understand these things. So if we're saying that, oh, the white people is our opposition and she's sitting down at the table with them, if 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 there's an ends to it, it ends to is that justifies it, then we have to sit down at the table sometimes with our enemy because they
That's not that. That's working for your enemy. Working for your enemy and sitting down negotiating a peace term is two different things.
how you know, look, she is she getting paid to be on the board? Did you find records that she got paid to be on the board? For you to be saying she working for them? Because I've been on boards. Some they're volunteer.
Yeah,
Sometimes
that's
you
still
do
work.
get
That's
paid.
still work. That's still work. Whether you get paid or not, that's work.
But you're
They get
saying she
paid.
you but you're making it seem like she's getting this check that there's
I never said. First of all, I never said anything about a check. I said she's working for them. What? And again, whether you're
she's working for the board, and what she said was, which makes sense, which where we messed up with Trump, where I believe we messed up with Trump. She said they've got a board that discusses immigration, and they're
why
gonna
would
make
you join a board that's been
hold
started by a white nationalist? You could. It's a
on,
million boards, but you could even start your own board. Why would that's like joining the Ku Klux
because
Klan
if
because they
this
talk about border security. You can't join another group. You can't
if
create
this
your own group.
board
That don't make no sense.
if this guy has some political power, if this guy has some political power, you ride on it. You got to
Okay,
you say you know politics, you got to sometimes you got to
So
ride on it.
okay.
so
Let me
joining
hold on, hold
Taylor
on real
on.
quick, bro. Hold on real quick. Let me just act because I don't want to forget this question. Based on what you just said, brother Mercy L,
Hmm.
could we say the same thing about Black Lives Matter because George Soros has political power and
Now,
people jumped on his cause and it got us nowhere.
but look here. When Black Lives Matter came out, not everybody jumped on it. Not everybody. I didn't. A lot of people in the conscious community didn't. They did the research and it came back. And it was if you not only that, the lady from Black Lives Matter was on video saying that it wasn't about black people, it was about furthering the gay agenda. She said this. So all
So a
that
white nationalist
so
group is
all
about furthering the black agenda.
hold on, wait. We're talking about he asked me a question about Black Lives Matter. So not everybody jumped on Black Lives Matter. Especially a lot of people in the conscious community, and that's what I liked about the conscious community because they were on it. They were on it. They didn't fall for it when Black Lives Matter came out. They did the research. They found out who was involved. They found because first of all, it was somebody that was gay, and the conscious community is more man than woman. So then that put a hesitant in it. So then they started digging a little bit deeper. They started finding about Soros. They started finding out about what Soros does and this, that, and the third. Then the Black Lives lady, she came out. Not only that is when they had their chance, when they was in front of Clinton, and Clinton asked, "What do you want?" They couldn't tell. They didn't have no agenda. Black Lives Matter didn't have no agenda. Not only that, they said that they were not going to back any political person, that they were not this type of political group for that. So all these things were out there. So Black Lives Matter is not the same thing.
Okay. Okay.
At least I don't see it like that.
Right, right. I was just bringing that question up because you know what just the previous statement you made. But you could go ahead and respond, Haven.
First, again, that's a point you made about it was gay women founding it. Yvette Carnell is gay, and not only she's gay, she's a swirler. She's in a relationship with a white woman,
Hmm.
and that's known. But see, people couldn't fuck with Black Lives Matter because it was gay women, but they could fuck with Yvette
No, no,
Carnell
no.
today.
I said the conscious community. I
The
said the
conscious
conscious
community
community.
is riding with this too. Who in the whole damn conscious community has
No, no.
sold
We
out?
were talking about Black Lives Matter
I'm
at the
talking about
time.
it. I'm talking
At the
about right
time.
now. I'm talking about
At
right
the
now. I'm talking about the same thing that you saying about why people couldn't fuck with what you call it, Black Lives Matter. All those reasons are still relevant
well,
today with this ADOS
no,
movement with
no,
Yvette
no,
Carnell.
no, it's not. Because if you follow Yvette Carnell, she don't mention nothing about gays. She don't. And as a matter of fact
Not no
is
more.
No, she didn't. And
Yes, she
then my
did.
dude, I've been following for a long time. I haven't heard her. Maybe I ain't heard every episode, but I've heard a lot of them
Well, I heard it, and,
for
and I
for
already got it.
years, and I've never heard her put gay people over black people. I've never heard her put women over men. She's when they started hollering, they were doing a thing talking about, oh, we have all these women locked up in prison. She was like, well, what about the men? What about the men? We got more men in prison than we got in the world's population of prison. So she's stuck on that. So I appreciated that. I appreciated her really looking at the problems because that's what I thought she was gonna come. I thought she was gonna come with that female energy, you know, all that, and it wasn't. And when Tone came in, it wasn't. What I'm
And
saying now, go ahead.
well, again, what I'm saying about her, because like we can also like again we can talk about this as far as you said about advancing black people. This movement doesn't advance black people. It actually helps Trump get reelected, and it does nothing for black people.
Hold on, wait. Even how does it help get? Hold on. First, how does it help Trump get reelected?
It helps. First of all, it helps Trump get reelected because by having reparations is a wildly unpopular item.
Okay.
Literally 80% of plus percent of the country's against it. People will and if a Democrat was the fact that Democrats even entertaining this, their numbers is tanking. Just for
Okay.
even entertaining it, their numbers is tanking. All Trump would have to do to win in 2020 is to make this election seem like it's a referendum on reparations. Say if you let this Democrat win, they're gonna get reparations through, and people who are Democrats will come out and vote for Trump or
Okay.
sit home and won't vote. This is easily that's what this is
That
gonna
that
do.
okay. So which I'm not too much. I'm not really believing your numbers on how many people are for and against reparations. But what I will
Well,
say,
well,
what I will say is, if Trump wins, how is that? If Trump, if ADOS decides that they're gonna do what they're gonna do, and then Trump winds up winning, does that not give political power to ADOS next go
no,
around if they want
no,
something?
no,
Why not?
that actually takes it away from them, like it's doing
No,
right now.
how does it take it away from ADOS? If we show the Democrats that they can't win without us, does that make us more powerful or less powerful?
It makes us less powerful.
How does that make us less powerful?
Because they're gonna go look for a new constituency. This is why Joe Biden
This
is
is
leading.
why
No, no,
this
no,
is
no. This
no
is why Joe Biden is leading. Because if you
look,
see, Joe Biden is not. Joe Biden is. This is why
you
Joe
know what?
Biden is
You know
leading.
what? They're gonna go look for new constituents in immigrants. That's why we
No,
need to
no,
be
no, 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 no,
against immigrants. That's why
no.
Democrats want
They're gonna go
immigrants to
get.
vote.
No, no. It's not
That's
just that.
what
It's not just that. It's they're gonna go for the white people. This is why they brought Joe Biden back in. This is why
hold
they
on,
Joe Biden
wait.
back
No,
in,
no, no,
and this is
no.
why he's
I
leading. Yes, it
asked
is.
you, I asked you
Their new constituent that they're gonna look
if
for is more white people. This is the
they're not
this
gonna dude.
what you mean? This is why they brought Joe Biden in right now. This is why Joe Biden is making it his business to stay away from all that black stuff.
But Joe Biden can't win without the black vote.
Yes, he can.
No, he can't.
Yes, he can. See, that's
No,
what
he
you don't know.
can't.
Let me explain this to you. How he can win without the black vote. Because
How you gonna
again,
win?
easy. Because all Joe Biden would have to do to win is to get all the blue states, including the three that turned on Hillary, to come in. If you notice,
He ain't gonna be able to.
yes, he is. Nobody's
He
gonna
ain't.
be able to, because he only got to get 3 states: Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. He already got Pennsylvania because nobody loses their home state. He's from Pennsylvania. He brought Pennsylvania home for Barack Obama and Wisconsin. He already got the unions backing him. The unions are strong.
Look. I bet money. He won't beat him. I bet money he won't beat him. He won't beat him. It looks good. It
No,
looks good. But
listen.
they didn't think Trump was gonna win. Guess what?
Listen. Trump only.
All them people that was Trump this Trump. They voted in the closet for Trump. Gonna vote for Trump again in the closet.
Listen, you're not listening. This is why This is why Joe Biden can win without the black vote. Because again, if he can pull more white people to their side, they don't need the black people.
He's not going to. So,
yes, he is. This is why they
okay,
vote him in. This is why they keep. That's why if you watch the
all
news,
right,
pay
all
attention.
right.
This is why.
Look.
Listen,
You could keep saying he is. I could keep saying he ain't.
No. Let me explain to you how he can win without the black vote.
You explained it, and I just told you he's not.
Listen, this is yes, he can. Because let me explain it to you. I did not explain it to you. Trump only won those blue states by a couple thousand votes. Joe Biden can pull those couple thousand votes by just getting a couple thousand more white people to come out and vote. And if he doesn't get it, they're gonna vote somebody.
You're missing out the factor of it was a different candidate that Trump was running against. So you had women involved, you had all other things involved. You had all those things. So now when you bring Biden to the table, you can't just look at it and say, well, he just have to get those. No, Hillary got those states.
No, she didn't. This is why I just keep. That's why you're not listening. You're not listening. Did Hillary win Pennsylvania? Did she win Wisconsin?
What I'm saying is, whatever states Hillary got, she got those states. Biden gonna have to get whatever states he gonna get on his own.
See, that's like saying, well, Trump got Mississippi last time, but we got to see if he's gonna get it again. No. It's things called red states, blue states, swing states.
I understand that.
You can't understand that if you're saying that he got to go get those states on his own.
And what I'm saying is, he's not going to get them. But we could go back and forth.
No. Let me explain. See, because you cut me off and you was wrong. This is what's gonna happen.
I am not wrong. But go ahead. No, you ain't. You ain't.
Again,
you're stating your opinion.
All right. So this is what we gonna do.
Let me say this.
Go ahead, Haven, and then.
All right, we're gonna move on. This is not an opinion. This is the reason that they put Joe Biden. Joe Biden's career was over. They brought him back for that reason. If Joe Biden went, they're just gonna run somebody more extreme than Joe Biden, who's actually gonna be out here, not just ignoring black issues, but actually attacking black people.
Let me ask you something.
This is why remember, the Democrats used to win all the elections because not only were they the racist party, they were the party of the people. The reason the Democrats started losing is because because LBJ started signing all that civil rights legislation, and then that's when the parties flipped. It's nothing for them to flip them parties back. But they're not going to flip black because the Republicans ain't going back to black people, and the Democrats going to be on the side of them, and they're going to be openly hostile to black people because there's no way in hell anybody can win saying I'm for reparations. That's like the Latinos saying that. Well, Mexicans saying I'm not voting unless you agree to return California
and I ask you this,
Mexico.
And I ask you this.
They're going to say we got to find a constituency, no matter what.
I asked you this, and I don't think you was being honest. All right, I asked you if ADOS hold their votes, and hold on, listen, because I don't think you was being honest, especially if you say you understand politics. If ADOS hold their votes and Trump winds up winning, and the Democrats find out they can't win without the ADOS votes, does that make ADOS more powerful or not? And you said not, and that's a lie. That's a lie.
Because
if you need my help to win, don't that give me some leverage over you?
Listen,
yes or no? It's a yes or no question.
No.
It don't.
Listen. The reason it doesn't.
Let me ask you.
Let him explain, Mercy L, because you asked him a question. Now let him answer it.
The reason it doesn't give you more leverage over me is because I'm gonna go look for a new constituents. New constituents over you, and once I get my new constituents, I don't need you no more.
But look, I hear what you're talking about, and they're looking for their new constituents in immigrants. That's where they're looking for that.
So you saying so all right. So let me just chime in real quick. So Haven, what the brother Mercy is saying is that their ADOS is against the immigrants because that's who they're going to look for to push their agenda, and you're saying that they're going to use Caucasians.
They're going to use I'm not saying they're not going to use some immigrants, but I'm saying this is what their main focus is going to be more white people. But this is when they keep talking about. This is why Bernie Sanders got booed at that event. Because he refused to just outright denounce white nationalists. Why is he refusing to outright denounce them? Because he's looking for them for support from them. This is the reason why he was making excuses for white people not voting for black candidates. This is the reason why he said, well, back in the days, Democrats, my parents, people who were Democrats, my parents can't vote for this Democratic Party because y'all moving away from the economics and y'all on this social justice stuff. This is the reason why, again, it doesn't make you more powerful, because they're gonna just look for a new constituents.
And if we stop them, and if we stop them,
how are you gonna stop them from going for white people? How are you gonna stop them from running for white?
They're not go because we don't believe that they're gonna get the white people.
They already doing it, and they can't get them.
Okay, then we have to see in 2020, because we just speculating.
No. We not.
Yeah, we are. I'm willing to say you're not, dude. You don't have facts like that because it hasn't happened. So stop saying that.
See, you're not listening. I say what the Democrats are doing. That's the fact what they're doing.
I'm gonna tell you a fact that they're doing. Are they not trying to get immigrants to vote? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's who they're going after. That's who we can see they're going after. But we know that they're going to try and sway some of the white people with Biden. But we don't believe that they're going to get enough. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Listen, and if they don't get enough, they're going to run somebody more hardcore than Biden. They might try to run.
Biden is terrible for black people. You know that, right?
And yes, and that's the problem with this ADOS fuckboy movement. They created that environment. Biden wouldn't even be in the running right now if it wasn't for this movement, and you delegitimize
but Biden
by getting them to talk about reparations.
But Biden not gonna beat Trump.
Listen,
I just don't believe that.
You're not listening. If this is the scenario. They brought Biden in to try to get more white votes. If Biden can't get the white votes to beat Trump in 2020 and 2024, they're going to be running a candidate that's to the right of Biden, who's not just going to be ignoring black issues or not doing anything for black people. He's going to be attacking black people. He's going to sound just like Trump. Like right now, people are accusing Biden.
That's all speculation,
that's
man.
Not speculation,
and that's fear. That's the same fear that you continue to put in the community.
That's not speculation. They're doing it right now. You keep saying it's speculation, but
it is. You're talking about 2024. How, unless you got a time machine.
No, see, this is why you don't understand politics. Because
come on, man. You go ahead. You saying that they're gonna put somebody worse than Biden in 2024? Did you not just say that?
Yes. And
I said then. And I'm saying, and what I'm saying is, you don't know that.
I do know that because that's the shift. They shifted.
Oh,
if you this is why you don't know anything about politics. You would see the shift. You would see the shift. This is why they was ready.
See, this is the problem with the pro-black community and we spook ourselves. We spook ourselves.
Years in ahead, you can actually see the shift. It's already happening. This is why they keep saying Biden is basically running the Trump campaign with "Make America Great Again." If you actually watch the news, you actually paid attention to politics like you pretending you do, you would have known this.
Dude,
you knew this already. You didn't even know that Hillary Clinton. That she didn't win all the blue states. I didn't even know that.
Look. I said that when I said Hillary, I said Hillary is her own person. This is what I meant. Hillary is her own person.
No.
She ran her own campaign. What I was saying was Biden has to run his own campaign. Now I just explained what I just explained what I was saying. All right. I just explained it to you. Whether or not you take that meaning, that's up to you. If you want to keep running on something else, then you run on something else. But I just explained to you what I meant.
But again, like I said before, this is the reason Biden has come back. They brought him back for this reason. Did they or did they not bring him back for this reason?
Bring him back. What reason is that? Say that again.
They brought him back to try to get more white votes.
Yeah.
Like which is exactly what I said they was gonna do years ago.
Because guess what? Because let me tell you now let me tell you why they brought back Biden to get white vote, because they couldn't get the immigration vote. See, because immigration was supposed to be the top of the food chain. That's what all the candidates were supposed to be talking about. They supposed to be talking about immigration and getting them to vote, but they ain't talking about that because of ADOS.
And
And
that's
so
why they
and so
brought
now
back
they're
Biden.
scrambling. And
And
now
that's why they brought back
so
Biden.
okay.
That's
So
not
do
that's
you
not
see
that's not
that
that
power? Do you
that's
see
not
that
power.
power? That is power.
They just
That
brought back
is
somebody
power.
who you just said is worse than the other candidates. How is that power? You put yourself in a position where you're being written, where black people are being written out the equation because
Then
they're not gonna ever support reparations.
Biden ain't
Period.
gonna win. Biden ain't gonna win. And you don't know if they're gonna support reparations or not. You
Then they
don't know.
lose. Then they lose because you're
But
just gonna
you
turn
don't
the.
know that.
I do know that because
You
again,
don't
like I
know that.
said, 80+% of the country is against reparations. They're not gonna. You can't do that. It's gonna be. It's gonna be. Know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be 2004 all over again. When Bush ran against Kerry, Kerry was for gay marriage. Then
You
Bush turned the whole election to a referendum on gay marriage, saying if you vote for
and
him,
now
we let
guess
him
what?
win.
And
And
now
guess
guess
what?
what?
That's how he won.
Is gay marriage legal now?
But how did it get legal? It
Is
didn't get legal through the
okay.
political
Oh,
process.
okay.
I
It
mean, it
did
didn't
get
get
through the
no, no,
political
no, 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 no,
process.
no, no. I meant to say it did not get legalized through the going to the presidential process. No, it didn't get legalized where a president stood up and said, "I'm for gay
Obama
marriage," and then
did.
no, he didn't. Obama came out against gay marriage. He only was
And he changed his mind, didn't he?
when he was in office because he knew if he said it when he was running,
On his
people wouldn't
second
go
term.
against.
So
People
what?
would go
So
against
what
him.
if somebody changed their mind on their second term on reparations?
Gay marriage was already passed. That's totally
Come on,
different.
man. Come
No,
on.
no, 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 no.
Come on. You giving up before the fight.
I'm
You
not
giving
giving up.
up
I
before the
know.
fight.
Why would that's a losing battle?
It's a
Why would I
losing
want to?
battle for who?
It's a
For
losing battle
who?
for black people because you just
How?
because they
How?
moving more and more and more
How?
away from you because they're not gonna ever support reparations. No, again,
How?
he's going to if a residential candidate comes out right now and says I support reparations, if I get elected, I'm gonna push to give reparations. He loses. He loses.
Okay.
Period. Trump all
Okay.
has to do is say make it a
Okay.
referendum on
But
reparations.
that makes AD if they can't win without the black vote, then that makes ADOS stronger. And
No,
guess
it
what?
doesn't. Because
Yes,
again,
it does. It
like I said,
does.
if
It
they
does. I don't know
you
where
just
you
said
from, but it does.
we just established that they just seen that they because all the other candidates are
They're
talking about
not gonna be
reparations.
able to get the white vote. They're not. That's what
Listen,
we betting on. I know I'm saying it. It's speculation, just like what you're saying is speculation. But we're betting that they're not going to be able to get that vote.
if
That
they
they're
can't
gonna
get it with
need
voting,
they're gonna need ADOS vote.
no, no, no.
That's what
Listen,
we're betting on.
first of all, not
That's
90+% of black
politics.
people are gonna come out and vote Democrat like they do every year.
No, no,
Plus,
not
these
this year.
ADOS,
Not
yes,
this
they
year.
are. Yes, they
Not
are.
this year. Okay, well then
The
we have
reason,
to see.
the
We have
reason,
to see.
listen, the reason why people was even counting on the black people to come out at Obama levels, and they didn't come out at Obama levels. And Hillary only lost 3 key states by a couple thousand votes. Let's be clear on that. Let's be clear on that. Again, they're not gonna support you. This is like somebody asking me saying, listen, if you want a job from me, Haven, you got to give me one of your kids to sacrifice. Know what
Oh no,
that
why you
person
go
gonna say
that
to me?
extreme, man? Come on.
I have to because that's how
No,
extreme reparations is.
that's that fear mentality. That's the spook
That's how
mentality. If you
that's
say
how
something like that, come on, man.
that's how extreme it is. Nobody's gonna. So let me give
It's
you my
not that
Mexican.
extreme.
Yes, it is that extreme. Let me give you.
It's
In
not
fact,
that extreme.
let me give you the other example. Then, if that's too extreme for you, this is like Latinos coming. This is like Mexicans come to the Democrats saying we're not going to vote for you unless you agree to give California back to Mexico. You know what? You know what the Democrats going to say to you? Fuck you. We're gonna have to find new people, even if it means we
Hold
got
on,
to lose
wait.
one.
How is yeah, there probably is. And guess what? They're probably not going to get it. I mean, you're going to have white people voting against it. You're going to have black people voting against it. I don't think that they're going to be able to win against something like that.
And it's the same thing with reparations. Same thing, same concept. Nobody.
Eh, I don't think so because reparations is due because of what they've done,
And
because of what they've done, because of
hasn't it been due?
slavery, because of slavery.
Hasn't it been due for like the last 150 years? They didn't give it yet.
And now, guess what? Now they're talking about it. That's a start, man. You have to look at the little victories, man. You just do.
It's not a victory, man.
It is a victory.
It's not a
It
victory.
is.
Not a victory.
You have to look at the little victories, man, and build off of it. Now we got them talking about it.
That's not a victory. If
It's not a
anything,
victory to you because let me ask you this: are you ADOS?
I don't identify with that personally.
Are both
But yes,
are both of your parents were slaves?
Yes.
You come from slave lineage.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't bang with that term. And again, like I said, it's
I
not a
just asked. I just asked because most of the
and
time you'll find that and you told me you said you were black and something else, right?
yeah.
Or something like that. What else are you?
I told people I was black, and I told people because they was asking. I said I was black and Puerto Rican before, and then I told and then other people think I was a Haitian. I'm a Haitian immigrant. People been asking me that back and forth.
So well then what are you? So you telling me the truth?
Yeah.
Because I thought you was an immigrant. Tell you the straight up truth.
No, I'm not no immigrant. Like this is the issue. I'm not. I'm against it. I would let me put it like this: if reparations was to pass, I would get reparations. Point blank. Period. Let me put it like that. I would get it. I would get it.
Because you could trace your lineage back.
Yes, I could trace my lineage back.
Okay.
Like let me because again, I don't want to make it too murky because sometimes I got to mix up my origins a little bit. I already because people be stalking me, but
Oh,
it's like
dude, as much as you be stalking people, you need to cut that out. You
people
need
be
to cut that
stalking me.
out.
I'm gonna give you my word on this one. If this is my word, because I don't lie when I give my word. I'll give my word on this one. If reparations was to pass, I would be getting a check. My kids would be getting a check. My girl would be getting a check.
Okay, now, and you know that reparations is just not a check.
I know it's not.
Uh, and not
First
only
of all,
that,
first of
and
all,
not only that,
that depends on who you ask. Let's get that straight.
and
Yeah.
if we have to look at it like this, if we get some political power, right? Then we start. It's just ADOS is just not focused on reparations. That is the big thing right now for the presidential election. But the goal is to move into other elections and to get other policies with our voting power. But if we can pull this off, I like I said, I don't know where you from, but I know if I need your vote, then you have some type of power. And so once we exercise that we had the power and you all can't win election without us, then we can start really making some demand. Maybe we don't get reparations, but maybe we can get where the police can't shoot unless they being shot at. Maybe we can really get some prison reform where they not just letting weed sellers out, but they letting anybody that's non-violent out.
Listen, I'm all for that, and that's doable. Reparations is not. If ADOS was a movement started by somebody else, not Yvette Carnell and Tone Talks, not those
We
traders,
look
and
look.
it was really just about doing stuff like you just said, I would be all for it. I'll be all for it. Reparations is not doable. It's not doable, and then and second, it's not doable this way. I'm gonna put it like that. Reparations
and,
is not doable
but
this way.
hold on for you
It's
and
not doable this way.
don't get. I'm not trying to belittle or talk kind of, but we're talking about people that's put lifetime work and stuff. Sandy Darris put lifetime in seeing how this can work and all this other stuff. And we talking,
As I said,
we,
as I said,
you was,
let me
but you,
correct. As I said, let me correct myself. I'm not saying reparations can never happen. I'm saying it's not going to happen this way. You don't go to a presidential candidate. You don't do that. The same way because I got brought up yesterday. Everybody talking about all these other groups getting reparations. I challenge people to name one group who got reparations like
but if
this
we don't
doing it.
stand, if we don't stand, if we don't stand now, it might not be another time. It might not be another time. It might not be another time. So why should we squander it all because we don't like Yvette and we don't do they've already let it be known ADOS is not a movement. It's not a movement. It's an identity.
Tone Talk was just calling it a movement the other day.
It's an identity. It's an identity. And and that's how we're able to come together and decide that this is what we need for us. Because we couldn't come together saying that we was Moors, Israelites, what Black Power, and all these other things. We couldn't come together like that. This is a common ground. And you know who who you call it came up with this, and I tried to bring it up before when I was in that we needed to go under that descendant of a slave because what is that? He's a Israelite and he does a lot of research. Oh, for he be on Sinetta channel, but he discovered the it was in the UN. The UN, it was a I can't think of what it was, but it gave us as descendants of slaves the right to form government and other things and such and such and such and such. And that's another. I once he had brung it to light, that was something I was trying to push with the conscious community, but we just couldn't get ourselves together. So when they said we're going to go under descendants of slaves, that hit a nerve with me because I had already heard about that. As much as I believe that we all, or that the majority of us is Moors or whatever, how right now we have a common ground. We all can agree that we are descendants of slaves. So let's run with it. Let's run with it. What do we have to lose? We was getting killed under Obama. We was getting killed under Clinton. We was getting killed under Bush. We was getting killed under Trump. What do we have to lose? And the main thing we have not done is we have not pushed political power. We keep saying, "Oh well, the Democrats ain't never been for us." We know that.
That's
What are we going to do different?
I don't agree with that about Democrats
Okay,
never
okay,
being for us, but I will say this, that you can't, things are bad. People will say things are bad. I look at the glass half full type person, but
okay.
people are saying things are bad, and I do see things are bad in certain areas and for certain people and at certain times. But it's like, yeah, things are bad, but things can be made worse by moving wrong and being too hasty, and things can
Dude,
be made worse. Things
I
can,
I just
because
I
because
mean I don't
I,
I hear you saying it could be worse, but man, I every other day I click on Facebook and we got another person getting shot. We got another not then every other 3 days we got somebody that served 20 years that didn't do a crime that's getting out. How when is enough enough? When is enough enough? We could sit back here and wait for for the sun to shine, or we could try and pull the clouds back ourselves.
I know that, but again, this reparations thing, the way they going about it, that's not a part of it. If people wanted to actually, again, because I also talked about people, like I said yesterday, about people organizing, about how people could have gotten, if people really wanted to do things, you could have got people in Congress. We could have got people. We could have got people in Congress, local government, state government. I've been explaining it to people this whole time, and we could actually get legislation that could actually
But
help
but
us.
it's but guess what? It's been falling on deaf ears. I've been doing the same, and the communities that I've been in, it's been falling on deaf ears. Now we've got a community, ADOS, where when you say those political things, guess what? They're not gonna fall on deaf ears. You could take ADOS power and put it behind you and start making some moves.
No, because most people who are part of it only care about reparations. That's the only reason they're even a
No,
part of
they
it.
don't. No, they don't.
And they
What
don't
that
even really care about reparations like that.
reparations is the thing that binds us all together. We've all been descendants of slaves. We all feel that we owe. That's our common ground. So now that's what's pulling us. But we all know that we have to branch off. And what they're trying to do now is they're trying to branch off and do grassroots in different cities. But guess what? She I don't think Yvette really she knows how to do what she's doing now. You know what I'm saying? And she's good at it. Tone know how would he do and do what he do now, but they don't know how to do grassroots. I know how to do grassroots. You might know how to do grassroots. So that's where we come in. Instead of fighting something because this one thing. Instead of fighting that, let's use their political power because guess what? We've been talking to people that don't we spend all our time in the conscious community where they don't even believe in government. They believe in do for self. And and people who understand government know that we're gonna need government put us in this situation. We're gonna need government to get us out of it. We don't have that type of money in our communities. We can lie and say we do, but we don't. I don't care how much you say we spending, and nobody counts their money on how much they spend. No state, no country, no nothing.
You're right, but
It's how much you got in the bank.
all right, yeah, you're right, and this is why again I know this movement is not really who the real reason I know Tone and Yvette are not who they say they are because one another reason I forgot to bring this up. Are you aware? I forgot the woman's name, the white woman who's running for president, and she
Yeah,
says
yeah.
she already has the $100 billion
Uh huh.
plan. Why is nobody pushing her?
They
Why is
they
nobody sitting down talking to her? Why
they
is she
did.
got
Hold on,
the?
wait. You didn't see the interview they did with her?
Why are they not pushing her?
Did you see the interview they did with her?
Who did the interview?
Tone did. Tone did an interview with her.
I'm talking about Yvette.
Yeah, Tone and Yvette did the interview with her. What's her name?
Why?
Oprah. I
Yeah,
don't know her name.
yeah. But I'm
Right.
saying, why are
Yeah,
they not? Why are they not pushing
they
her?
are. They are.
When was
That's
the
what
last time Tony
that
and Yvette mentioned her? Why are they not trying to help her
what happens
get on
is
that debate stage?
this is what they do. They got people that's doing grassroots movement. A lady called in about a week ago, and she came in. No, a guy called in. He said, "Hey, look, we trying to get on the we trying to get her on the thing because they understand if she gets on the thing, she gonna talk about it. So we
Yes,
try. This is what the guy came on to say. He said we trying to get her on the thing. We need X amount of votes, but we in total, but we need the other vote. But each amount of vote got to be in a certain state." So he came on and he explained that to everybody. So now it's up for everybody else to go do what they gonna do.
yes. This is what I'm saying. Why are they not pushing her? The same way Yvette can push her t-shirts, why is she not pushing her? The same way everybody could push their
Because
Patreon,
they're
why they not
they're
pushing her?
they're,
All she
they're
would
not.
need was a dollar
She
for
what I'm saying is she is pushing her. She's not pushing her the way you would like for her to push, but they she came on. She told everybody that hey, look, yes, it is somebody that we need to get on the thing, but we can't let our agenda live and die with her. We can't. We just can't. We can't do anything to where it's too early. It's too early to pick a candidate. But yes, we do want her on. We
wait,
do
hold on
want
for
her
a minute.
on.
I'll be right back.
Uh-huh.
I gotta handle something real quick.
Okay. Yeah, we do want her on. Is
Mm-hmm.
the thing is it's too early for us to pick a candidate to endorse a candidate like that for Yvette or Tone to endorse a candidate like that. Then if we
Okay.
endorse a candidate like that, then nobody else has to talk about what we want. Right now,
So
we got everybody scamming. Go ahead.
so
My bad.
so let me ask you this, brother. What is what political party does ADOS represent?
Itself. That's
Oh,
the
so
good
y'all,
thing.
so it's independent.
It's
Okay.
independent.
Okay.
It's what it is. It's sort of like the Tea Party.
Hmm.
We the base of us was Democrats
Right.
because just to start a third party is gonna die. But the base of it came out of Democrats, just like the Tea Party came out the Republicans. And so the only thing is the Tea Party sort of got corrupted. So hopefully this one don't. But all we got, but the thing is, we have to look at the mistakes and try not to make them, and just believe because that's all we got. It's faith that our leaders or the people that's running the movement or whatever is gonna do what they're gonna do, and you do what you do that your part. But
Okay. So you saying that now we just have to lean on faith and belief that people will do the right thing. When in the past we've had faith and belief and we've been let down every time.
yeah, but this time we have, but this time if we set ourselves up, we got political power. So now if you don't do what we say, we can make you pay. See, now we can if we show we got political power, then if you don't do what we say, if you make a promise to us and you don't fulfill that promise, we could make you pay. We could make you pay in elections. Say we might not be that
Right.
strong in your state, right? But we might be strong in another state where another Democrat is running. And we say, okay, well, we're gonna make sure he don't win, or we're gonna put up our own people. So that's it. So you start to navigate your power like that, and then you start to be able to get things that you want. because the thing is, we don't have the money to go buy candidates. We don't. So,
Facts. Facts.
what's our power now is our vote. They need our vote to stay in office.
But
I,
isn't our vote backed by dollars though?
no, not really, not necessarily, and I'm gonna say no, no. Uh, the dollars that they get is for them is for them to campaign for votes. So
Okay.
if I give you money, you're gonna take that money and you're gonna put commercials out so that you can get votes. The end result is getting the votes because the end result is you want to stay in office. And when I was messing with politics in Georgia, I realized that that's all they wanted was to stay in office. That's it. That's all it's about. That's why you have senators and House representatives. They've been there forever. They dying in there. That's their goal, to stay there forever. And to stay there forever, they got to get the votes. So we might not have the money, and with the internet, we uh sort of equalize the advertisement and stuff like that, because now we can communicate and and give each other the message that this is what we're gonna do. They have to they take their money and they buy commercials and they run ads so that they can get reelected, and they get reelected by getting the votes.
Right. Right. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, I had
Uh,
some
Back Haven.
yeah, I'm back. I was listening.
okay. I just think that I I I, I think we have to stop being so spooked on people. I mean,
Could you
we
really say it's could you really say it's spookism though, or could you actually say
I
that?
think I think it is. I think because I mean I've been following Yvette, man, for since she been on Breaking Brown, and that's been a long time. I think that was 2014, and so which really she prompted me into actually coming to trying to get politically um a political power underneath us as blacks. But I knew that black people on that other side of the conscious community, they wasn't caring about that. They was caring about raps and all that other stuff, likes and you know, playing on social media. They wasn't trying to do nothing. They wasn't trying to make no movements. That's why I came to the conscious community and say, hey, these guys are about such, 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 such. But I've been following her for a long time, man. Her message ain't really changed. It's tell you the truth, it's improved. Tone's message ain't really changed. It's improved. And I mean, you never really gonna know nobody. You know what I'm saying? Even if you in the streets and you doing deals, you're not really gonna know nobody. You're just gonna prepare for the worst just in case. But you're gonna hope your homeboy. And if your homeboy is your homeboy, guess what? Y'all gonna split that dough. And y'all gonna live to do it again.
Right. Right. So what's your response to that, Haven?
My response is again, Yvette has proven herself untrustworthy already. She has. By
And
even
I, how?
by even being on a white nationalist um board, white nationalist think tank. That
Hold on,
and,
wait.
and
Say say
Let him finish.
okay,
Let him finish,
go
bro.
ahead, go ahead.
by being on that white nationalist think tank, she has proven herself. She has proven herself not in our best interest because she has a political science degree. She worked in Washington D.C. She knows what she's doing is literally undermining the Democrats. She knows that.
And and we don't why should we have loyalty to some people that ain't loyal to us?
It's not about them. It's about us. Just like again, let me give you an example. Well, I
How
just
you
talked
how
about
you making the Democrats us?
it's about being loyal to us, as in we don't want
You
the
said
Republicans.
Democrats. Hold on. Why
That's what I
we
said. I said
losing?
it's about us. It's about us. We listen. You got two people. One saying they're gonna. Let's say, for example, because you claiming that Democrats that have done nothing for us and do nothing for us, but I don't take that. But I'll just run with that. You have one person saying I'll do nothing for you. You have another person on the other side saying I'm gonna hurt you. Who is it? Who and you have to roll with one or the other. There is no in between. One or the
Oh,
other has to
hold
go.
on. Wait. You see there you go throwing and you can say what you want to say. Are they throwing that? Oh, You got one side saying they're gonna hurt you. Come on, man. Biden, are you familiar with Biden's crime bill?
Of course, I'm the one who told
Okay
everybody.
then.
Nobody else knew that. But
Okay
again,
then. So did not that hurt us? Did it hurt
yes,
us? Yes or no?
yes.
Okay then. So
Yes, but
I mean,
first of all, that the reason Biden is even going to Biden because they writing us out the equation. First of all, and second, like I said, there's bad and then there's worse. Just like we could use the example I used
no.
yesterday was on the used yesterday in Florida.
What I'm saying is that Biden has put you keep saying this word, but I don't see no legislation from Trump targeting us. Name the legislation from Trump targeting us.
One, he wants to change the way HUD is being funded.
Hold on,
He want
wait. That's
not
poor
being funded,
people.
not funded. But remember, HUD disproportionately affects black people. Nobody can make
Hold on,
laws
wait.
directly
It's
targeting.
more Europeans on food stamps. You
But
don't think
again,
it? So then you don't think it would be more Europeans in Section 8?
listen. Let me explain this to you. HUD was is basically about black people, and you got to understand this. Even if it's more as in a percentage, it will affect our group more. Just like the drug law, just like
What?
the drug,
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
just like
sorry.
the crime bills. These bills technically can technically apply to everybody, but we know who they were designed to target. This is why when he goes at the HUD, he's going to try to hurt black people. Second, he wants to he's trying to get rid of Obamacare. Most people don't Obamacare gave 10 million black people health insurance.
Okay, but Obamacare,
that's about 25% of the
it
black
gave how
population
many?
in America. That's about 20.
What about the other ones that suffered under Obamacare? What about the other ones that go to
Who
work
suffered?
every day? I did. I suffered under Obamacare.
How?
When Obamacare came in and he changed laws, it changed the way things worked as far as things were done, and it closed a lot of it closed a lot of businesses that we consulted with. Not only that is when we did try Obamacare still cost us, and it still cost me like $2,500 of my money at the end of the year.
I don't know the businesses you're talking about, and again, I said 10 million black people benefited.
Okay, but
You can't.
it's supposed to be 40 million, but the statistics say it's 40 million.
That's 25% of your population just benefited from something. If 25% of white people didn't benefit from
And the
Obamacare,
thing is,
25% of
we
nobody else's
have to.
population did. That's what I said. When you start coupling together all the things that he's doing and plan to do, remember,
And
because
guess
Trump.
what? You know what? I'm not going to say that they're not bad for black people. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they're not going to affect black people. I know they're going to, but it gets to me when we just go, black people are just poor. You know that it's going to affect the
I
poor people,
I
and
never
then
said
we
I never
and we label ourselves that. You
no
know what
no
I'm
no.
saying?
I just
And
said
I
you said
understand we
you
don't
said no
have a
no
lot of money, but
no. I never said black people were poor. You said name some of the things that's going to be affected. I started with HUD, and then I kept moving up. I'm going to Obamacare. I'm going to
yeah, but I mean, we were without Obamacare before. I mean, we you saying he gonna for HUD and stuff, but I mean, ah, I look at things when you say he's gonna do things that's gonna hurt us or whatever, target us. I start looking at the prison population and crime bills. Really, I think I think those are more meant for us. I mean, I understand that and that don't really, how should I say, that don't really exactly say us, but it's the majority of us that's in prison that make up the population in prison. So those are the things that I'll be looking at. I mean, I hear you saying hood and stuff like that, but
but
it, it,
I'm not even finished though. There's other things he's doing, like when he's starting to slow down. He's starting to like slow down federal hiring, and he wants to get rid of affirmative action.
I mean, but he ain't the first one that said something about getting rid of federal action.
But he's actually working to do it. He's actually doing
But
that.
he had, but he hasn't done it.
but he's working on it. And second, Trump people are I'll say this, they're a little more
And no,
smart.
we not all in jail either. But the popular, I'm my bad. I was answering somebody on the thing.
Oh yeah. Do your thing. Answer.
Yeah, but we not all in jail either. I just I I think we have to start looking at things just a different way, man. We need political power in order to get some things to change. And the thing is, if we got all these people making these laws, we sitting back. We sit back. If Trump is doing this, but if we gain political power, we can dictate on them too. We can dictate on all of them. The main goal is getting the political power. That's
But
the
yes, we can get the political power, but again, we want to ask for things that are actually, again, doable. Asking for prison reform, asking to reform the the way businesses, the way the banks loan, asking for grants. This stuff
right,
is doable.
right.
But once you throw reparations into it, then you make it undoable.
I don't think so. I think we put their feet to the fire with this one because it's due. You don't think it's due? Do you think it's due?
Me thinking it's
Yeah.
due, that ain't
I
gonna
didn't
make
ask you that. I
that
didn't
ain't gonna
ask
make
you
it get
that.
done. That
I
ain't gonna
didn't
make it
ask you
get
that.
done. That
I
ain't gonna
didn't
make
ask
it
you
get
that.
done.
I asked you,
There's
do you
people who
think
owe
it's
me
due?
money right now, and it's due, but
You don't go.
they
You
ain't
don't
paid
go
me.
try and collect it.
They ain't paid me, and there's people who I owe, and I
Well,
know
guess
it's
what?
due,
Your
but
name, your name is gonna be mud if you don't try and collect the name. You don't try and collect your money. Ain't nobody gonna pay you if you don't try. If you don't at least try and collect it. Ain't nobody gonna pay you. And so we at
not
least
like
trying to
this.
collect it.
Not like this. That's what I said. Like again, if people were trying to go through, get their congressmen to put legislation through. That's one way. You want to sue the government to try to get it. That's another thing. Or you want to put pressure on a sitting president to try to get some traction for
No.
it. That's another thing. But a presidential candidate,
Yeah.
somebody who has to get
Yeah.
elected by the whole country,
Yes. Yes.
you don't do that to him. You
Why
don't do that to
not?
them
Why
because
not?
again,
It's not them. It's the country.
the reparations is so unpopular in this country that it'll
So
never go
what?
through.
So
It does matter because you got to get elected
doing
by the people.
hold on, wait. Doing anything for black people is unpopular. Name a law that they put in that did something for black people. Not
What you mean?
something. Name a law in our time that they put in for black people
Who?
that black people just benefit. That it only benefits black people. Name something.
They don't make laws like that.
Because it's unpopular. So doing anything for black people is unpopular.
Not just
That's
for
what I'm
black people,
saying.
but they wouldn't do that for anybody. They couldn't just
Dude, let me ask you this. Do you benefit from gay marriage?
gay marriage is that's
Do
totally
you, yes
different.
or no? Yes or no? Do you benefit from gay marriage?
It's not a yes or no question.
It is. Do you benefit? Can you get married to another man?
No, I don't benefit from gay marriage.
Okay,
But
so
this is
you don't benefit. Do you
but
benefit from immigration?
listen. Yes, black people benefit from immigration.
No, I said, do you benefit from immigration?
Yes, because I'm black and black people benefit
How do
from
you
immigration.
benefit from immigration? You're not an immigrant.
Again, we benefit because
How,
that's more black people being brought into the
they're
country.
not black. They're from whatever country they are. That's their nationality. They're not
Yeah,
black Americans.
whatever they in America, when you say African American, that includes people from the Caribbean.
That's
And,
because we allowed them to label us. Now we decided to label ourselves as ADOS. We took that power back.
the government never labeled us. That's black people labeling themselves. It wasn't the government who came up with the term African American.
It was a catchphrase from Jesse Jackson, who Jesse Jackson ain't never been on the up and up. He
and
like an
Jesse
Al
Jackson,
Sharpton, ain't never been on the up and up for black people.
and he didn't even make it up. He got it from other people.
So now this generation has defined their self. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. We got to stop looking to be the world's savior when ain't nobody saving us. We got to save ourselves. And this is part of saving ourselves. And this is us putting their feet to the fire, seeing where they stand. If Y'all don't want to do, ain't nothing popular doing nothing for black people. We've got no bills passed. We've got so many black candidates, elected officials in office that they could stop the shootings right now when police shoot people. They could stop that. They could have been let people out for marijuana. But they did. They waited till white people started making businesses out of it, and they ain't even the ones that's pushing the issue.
Let
But
me
I go ahead.
let me ask you this real quick, brother Mercy. When you say that these immigrants are not black,
Hmm.
are you saying they're not black because they don't identify with being black, or are you saying that they're not black because um being black is attributed to us here in America, and being that they're not from America, they can't identify as being black?
Right. Right.
Okay.
They're not us. They bring they bring their own culture here when they come. They bring their own nationality. They hang it. They build their own little Jamaicans. They build their own little Hades. They build their own little communities. They don't. If you only in New York, I think where they live, side by side with with black people. So you
Yeah,
might not
yeah, definitely.
in
Up north
Chicago.
it is.
Yeah, yeah. Up in Chicago, you don't see that.
Right, y'all segregated.
We
Right.
segregated.
Yeah,
So
it is.
so 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 if we got it where Mexicans don't even live with around Puerto Ricans. You know what I'm saying? Italians
Hmm.
don't like Irish. So you understand nationalities. And we you don't have Jamaicans walking through the hood. They don't do that. They live in their own neighborhood. You don't have Hades that live in you don't have them living in Inglewood. They don't do that.
So basically what ADOS is saying is being black is an American experience.
Right.
It has nothing to do with Africa or any of that. Being
None of that.
right, right, right. So now I see where the Moors are joining ADOS,
Yes.
because it lines up right with that. Now, why and I see why Hebrew Israelites are joining, because of that statement too. Because they don't consider Africans their people.
People. And,
Okay.
and in that defense is when things happen to us, we have to be honest with ourselves. When things happen to us, did we see them marching? Did they be out there with their flags talking about they supporting us? No.
Yes. The,
I, I've never seen it. I'm sorry. I haven't.
I seen it.
And I haven't seen it. I've never seen it.
And first of all, I seen it. And second, you wouldn't even be able to tell if you see a bunch of black people in a crowd. You're not gonna be able to tell
No,
who's
no.
from Jamaica, who's from Haiti, who's from America, who's from.
Good
If
ass point, Haven.
look,
That's
look,
a good
look.
point.
Now, let me ask you this: when things happen to Mexicans or whatever, don't they show up protesting with their flag, with their nationality flag?
Well,
With
why would an
did they
Ethiopian show up
did they
protesting with an Ethiopian flag?
why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they saying that we Ethiopians support y'all? Why wouldn't they?
You don't need to show up with a flag to say that.
Why wouldn't they?
Again,
Do you know how much better that is when you got other countries outside that's supporting us?
but
Why
again, why do you don't need a
That's why
flag.
they do it. That's why they do it because guess what? They show up with their flag, and guess what? They representatives at home look at how America is treating they people that's living in their country, and they can make phone calls for them. That's why they show up with their flags because they got outside support.
Um,
Police ain't gonna run up on them and kick them down and throw them down while they got that flag.
that's not true.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
Well, I'm gonna say this based on what you was just saying a couple of minutes ago. I'm from New York, so I grew up, in Brooklyn. We have a huge we have a huge influence with West Indians. We got a whole lot of Jamaicans. Like, one part of Brooklyn is strictly ran by Caribbean people, called Flatbush. Flatbush, Brooklyn is ran by Jamaicans, Haitians. Trinidadians, but there's also Africans there. Um, it's
I'm
like
from New York too.
right. So you know, and we pretty much something we have every year. Brother Mercy is
Mm-hmm.
we have a Labor Day parade,
Mm-hmm.
and we celebrate with them, with all of the immigrants that came to America to work.
Mm-hmm.
We celebrate with them because at the end of the day, we was working too, weren't we?
Yeah,
Weren't we working too?
but that's celebrating. I'm talking about in crisis mode.
They
And I
out there too. Like, but again,
but
when police, when some of
and
the
then
black dude got shot,
and then like I say, New York,
Mm-hmm.
New York is sort of the maybe the exception to the rules because I
Mm-hmm.
haven't been in New
Mm-hmm.
York, but I understand that a lot of y'all you live on top of each other. You know what I'm
We do.
saying?
We
And
do.
and a lot of places ain't like that. Georgia ain't like that. Uh what Tennessee, Chicago definitely ain't like that. Michigan
Mm-hmm.
ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
so New York is sort of that exception to the rule.
Right. It's a different experience. Mm-hmm.
So but the truth we don't see them coming out and their countries. We don't really even see their countries getting on and saying anything about, oh, y'all treating the black people, what you call it, this, that, and the other. We've seen maybe the Philippines countrymen say that, and then it's another guy, I forget where he's from, he might say something, but they usually say it trying to shame America for doing something to them. That's the only time they mention us, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
we don't get no outside support. So since we don't get this, what we're doing is pulling in from within. And I think if you are an ADOS, this is a good thing for you. This is a good thing for you because everybody else pulls together to get what they want. And we've been told not to play that game. We've been shamed every time we made it about us. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, y'all saying y'all ain't from Africa. But see, even with that, I don't too much trip on that because you know some Moors believe that this is Northwest Africa. So I mean, it is what it is. So I mean, it regardless of whatever, we all got that commonality that we was descendants of slaves, and that's what it's based off of, and that's what we moving. And it's all it is to gain political power so that we can get some relief to all this pain we going through, economic, uh, uh, this police brutality, all these things, poverty, all this we have to deal with, but it has to be dealt with on a political thing. And I think we what where we messed up with the conscious community. I don't want us to sort of mess up with ADOS because with the conscious community, it was a lot of ego, man. Oh my God, it was terrible. It was terrible for some people who you thought had better knowledge of themselves not to go down the same path. Or I couldn't follow this leader because this leader this and this I can't roll with them because they blow their nose wrong. Yeah, we can't do that. We can't keep making the same mistakes. And I understand you saying, okay, she's a part of this board or whatever, but I'm how I see it is there are Republicans that have boards that Democrats sit on. It's a think tank. And it's dealing with immigration. And if we don't sit on it as an ADOS member, then we don't have a voice. The same how black people messed up when they didn't sit at the table with Trump. Because
And,
Trump
and,
one huh?
again, it's not equivalent. Sitting at the table and talking to Trump is not the same as sitting on
Yes,
the
it
board,
is.
sitting on a white
Yes, it is.
nationalist board. It's not because that boy
It's not a
Trump
white nationalist board.
Trump is the
It's
president.
stop saying that it's a white nationalist because you're being dishonest.
I'm not being dishonest.
Because I'm pretty sure that when you look up the board, it don't say white nationalist. He might be a white nationalist, but then how you gonna get mad for him at him being a white nationalist when you black power? You got all it is putting your people first. And you sometimes you have to sort of like understand your enemy and understand, you know, that's what he on. That's why it's a difference. I talk to people, and it's difference in a racist that's up north and a racist that's down south. A racist up north is hard to deal with because you don't know he a racist. He'll smile in your face and then he'll go behind your back. That racist down south gonna tell you who they are. They'll work side by side with you, but he after work, you ain't drinking no beer with him. Your kids ain't playing with him, and you could respect that. Because I know where you at, and just like us, we don't want we you if you got a daughter, you want her to grow up and marry the same race you are. So why get mad at somebody when they want that?
Um, I don't agree with that, but brother Merciel, she DS1, it's getting kind of late, and I have to go to bed. We could pick this up tomorrow if you want to, but like right now, I have
Yeah,
to get up early in the morning, so I have to go to
yeah.
bed.
I appreciate you, bro.
Let me say this to you, Joe.
Okay.
You 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 got good political knowledge, man. Why not use this movement to do some grassroots and see where it's going before you decide to destroy it. Take a piece of it and use it as your power to put some political background in you, and let's see what you can do on the ground.
I'll put it like this before I go. How am I going to make this point? Was the NOI part of the civil rights movement? The answer, we all know that, is no. But they were out there explaining to people that they don't believe that the civil rights movement has black people's best interests at heart. They do. Well, that's how I feel about this. I don't feel ADOS has black people's best interests at heart. They talking
Okay.
this, but I would much rather people start use this as an opportunity to start a whole new movement.
Okay. Well,
And use the energy the same way the NOI used the energy of the civil rights movement to get their message out, which is a counter message to them. I would like to see people do that.
Okay. Well, then if you're gonna do that, then do it based off your merits, without tearing down somebody else. Just build yourself up. Without show yourself to be the best without tearing down somebody else. That's all I'm saying. If that's what you decide, then you do it on your merits. You show everybody that you this without having to tear somebody else down.
No doubt. No doubt.
All right. Good night, y'all. I gotta go.
All right,
All
bro.
right.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate it.
All right.
Didn't go how you thought it was, huh, Javelin?
I
No, it went
appreciate
like it
you,
went
brother.
it went how I thought it was gonna go. But I'm again we can pick this up tomorrow. But I gotta go.
Definitely. Definitely, bro. Have a good
All
night,
right,
bro.
man.
All right, you too.
Take care, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brother Mercy L, you could go ahead and you could make your last remarks, and then I'll go ahead and close it out.
Yeah, I just want people to, if you don't think that this is the best thing for us or for you, start your own movement without knocking down this movement, because that's what we've been known to do. We've been known to do that in the past, and we all get stagnated and we get nothing accomplished. So if that's your position that you're gonna take, show you the better by your work. Let's see, let's see your work without having to go around everybody and tell them what they doing wrong, and you doing this and you doing this. Your message should be enough to get the people that you need to come underneath you to make the moves that you need to make without you tearing down somebody else. That's basically what I'm saying. And for you all that don't know about ADS, go and see. Get on the don't listen to one, listen to a couple of them. Listen to what they talking about, listen to where they going, and try and listen to it with an open mind, and realize that if you are ADOS, we talking about us. We talking about doing for self. It's about us. We can't be worried about nobody else. When the plane go down, we got to put our air mask on first. So uh, I hope that I cleared up some things. With ADOS, it's not a movement. It's an identity. It's us. And so, like I say, if whatever you need to know, you always welcome to call in the event. and talk to her and whatever, and talk to any of the AWS. But right now, we need for everybody to start getting in line so that we can do grassroots, man. Because after this election, then it's time to really do that work. Because then we're gonna have the power to back us. And I could probably ramble on, man. I appreciate it, DS, for having me on to speak my piece, man. And always big ups, man. I always be listening to you, even after I have broke away from the conscious. But yeah, I appreciate you, man.
No doubt, brother Mercy. I appreciate you too, man. When I saw you in the comments, I'm like, wow. I ain't speak to you in a while, man. I was surprised you was still around, man, because remember I interviewed you about the
Yeah,
whole conscious
yeah,
community site and all of that stuff. So I thought, I thought you was just like, man, I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna just keep it pushing. So it was good to hear from you, bro. Um, definitely this was a great conversation. I learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to bring you on so you could bring your perspective because I see from your comments, in the comment section that you was in favor for ADOS. Now me, I'm still learning, so I'm not really attaching myself to anything, but I love the conversation. I mean, I agree on both sides of the spectrum. I'm gonna just say this and then I'm gonna end it out. Both of y'all made great points. You know, from what I get from Haven is what Haven is saying is what he's trying to say is we need to be careful with certain people and who they're connected to because over time those were the people who has been proven to do us dirty. And then on the other hand, what you saying is listen, we can't stop fighting. What you're saying is we can't have this defeatist mentality. We can't come in with this mindset of we already we already lost, or this is just another shot at us for us to lose. So like I said, I agree. I agree with both, on both sides because y'all both made valid points, and that's what I gathered, behind everything that y'all said. So I appreciate you, bro. You got my email at any time. If you want to reach out to me, come on a platform and build on whatever you want. Just reach out to me, bro. I'm here.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt. What you call it? You having if I get down there, I know you was having I call one of your things you was having a meetup in
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So if I'm in this state, man, I'm gonna look you up.
definitely. Actually, I'm getting ready to do another update stream on that. So, what I do is I just shoot you the link to the show so you probably could be tuned in case because I know YouTube be playing with the notification.
Yeah, I got the bell on you too. So
Okay, cool. So yeah, just
yeah,
stay
no
tuned
doubt.
for that. I'm gonna do another update stream on that. So, but I appreciate you, bro, and I ain't gonna keep you much longer, man. You have a good night, bro. And
You
like I
too,
said,
man.
just reach out to me, man. If you need anything, if you just need to come through and speak your mind, bro.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Man, I appreciate you. And yeah, I just want to answer this one thing and the thing. Yeah, she will block you because ADOS is what they doing now is they just giving the facts, and if you don't, you could take it or leave it, and they not dealing with the negativity. They just taking the ball and running it. So that's what you're getting. That's what the instructions is going is. Hey, you get the facts and you keep it moving. Not everybody gonna come. So yeah, I appreciate you, man.
All right, bro. Have a
All
good
right,
night.
you
All
too,
right,
babe.
peace.
Later.
Peace. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. I appreciate all the I see y'all, y'all been going in the chat room. I appreciate all the feedback. Love the conversation. Love the feedback from the chat. Much love to y'all. If y'all haven't yet, make sure y'all smash that like button. Go ahead and share this show. Shout out to my brother Haven Bullets once again for coming through. I didn't know this was going to be a debate, but hey, it was great, man. It was a great conversation. You know, it didn't get disrespectful. The brothers didn't get personal. I really appreciate that from both of these brothers. You know, it was a healthy debate. You know, people cut each other off in debates. People may raise their voice, things may get a little heated, but the debate stayed healthy. And I appreciate that from both of these brothers. So shout out to my brother Haven, of course. Shout out to the brother Mercy L, good brother. Shout out to all my mods in the chat. Shout out to everybody that came through tonight. Shout out to everybody who support Sheep Stay Sleep TV and me, the host DS1 Ross. Much love to y'all. We're gonna do this tomorrow again. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all have a great night. Y'all enjoy y'all day at work tomorrow. Y'all stay safe. This is DS1 Ross of Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Remember, y'all, gotta heal before we build. Gotta heal before we build. And on that note, we out of here. Peace.